Good day, class. Welcome to another lesson. Here are our objectives for today. Determine the vocabulary or jargons expected of a vocabulary style and employ the appropriate communicative styles for various situations. Did you notice that we vary the way we communicate with the people around us? For instance, when we are talking to someone in authority like policeman or school officials, the same thing is true when we also communicate with our parents. Although there is closeness, we still maintain a degree of respect towards them. That is far different when we are talking to our classmates and friends. The various ways we communicate with others are called communicative styles. We will now look at the different types. First, intimate is a communicative style used between or among people who have a very personal or intimate relationship. It uses short utterances and unnecessary use of grammar and uses private language whose meaning is shared with. This speech style makes use of words at a minimum. The communicators understand each other even with just a single nonverbal gesture or behavior, such as a rising tone of voice, a grunt, or a raised eyebrow. Other examples include couple talking about their future plans, family sharing ideas, very close friends sharing secrets, etc. Next, casual is a communicative style commonly used between friends. Slangs are often used in informal situations. Examples may include phone calls, everyday conversation with friends, chats, and inside jokes of friends, etc. Formal is a communicative style which avoid the use of slang. It is used in speaking to medium to large groups. Its style of language is comparatively inflexible. Formal speeches are straightforward speeches. In this speech style, the speaker avoids using slang terminologies. What the speaker says is something that has been prepared beforehand. Its complex sentence and noun phrases are well structured, logically sequenced, and strongly coherent. Communication using the formal speech is one way in which the speaker simply transmits information to the listeners. The formal type of speech style often does not encourage listeners' participation or interaction among communicators. Examples that use formal are announcements, SONA, welcome addresses, etc. Consultative. It is a communicative style used in semi-formal situations. It is considered to be the most operational among the other styles. Its sentences are shorter and spontaneous. Unlike the formal and frozen styles of speech, consultative style involves cooperation but does not necessarily require involvement. In consultative, the listeners are allowed to make feedback. So your examples include regular classroom discussions, doctor to patient conversations, and etc. Lastly, frozen is a communicative style used generally in formal setting. It is the most formal communicative style, used especially for situations that need the utmost respect. It uses long sentences with good grammar and vocabulary and does not require feedback from the audience. Examples are pledges, anthems, marriage ceremonies, laws, and etc. Let's now do this simple activity. You need to determine the most appropriate communicative style for the following situations. The choices are casual, consultative, conversational, frozen, and intimate. Number one, an employee has been reminded several times to observe punctuality but continues to. Worse, he seems unaffected by his tardiness and openly remarks that many are also late anyway. What is the most appropriate style should the supervisor use in talking to this employee? The workplace is a great example. In this situation, the supervisor must use longer sentences with good grammar and vocabulary. It is where you should display your best self and where you should be professional at all times. Next, two former classmates met by a chance. They briefly exchanged pleasantries and expressed to get in touch. What do you think is the communicative style most evident here? The answer is A. Casual. Casual language is used between friends. Next, number three. The teacher observes that the class seems very frustrated about their first quarter grade in a subject. In their frustration, they say it's the end of the line for them. They will have to contend with a low grade. The teacher knows that her students just need a little push and some inspiration. Which style should the teacher employ? The answer is consultative. Consultative style is semi-formal and informative. The teacher uses this type of speech to give information to the audience or to the class that they may not be aware of or need to know, such as a little push and some inspiration. Next, number four. This reporter wants to feature these residents who are known for their resilience and simplicity. He arranges for a short interview with some of them. What is the most appropriate style should the reporter use in this situation? The answer is letter C, conversational. Because the conversational style's main purpose is to make serious tone lighter to make understanding simple. This is the best style that the reporter should use to attain the trust of the residents and gather the information easily. Next, the tricycle drivers in Barangay Matina are planning to have a strike next week. They claim that the barangay council members are not doing anything on their request for a higher fare. The commuters, on the other hand, are protesting against the driver's request for a fare increase. What style do you think should the barangay captain most appropriately use so that he can get both the drivers and the commuters to talk together harmoniously? The answer is letter B, consultative. Consultative is the best for situations like this one. The barangay captain needs to explain to the community of drivers and commuters about the situation in the best way possible. Thank you for listening. See you next time.